Hey guys, we're doing a new type of video today. This isn't something I've done before, but I played the Call of Duty Cold War beta, and I found some interesting things and I had some interesting experiences. I am excited about it. It is different. It is different from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, released in 2019, so I was expecting some of that and I didn't receive that. The things that I've discovered I'm kind of sharing. Hopefully this will enlighten your experience so you'll know what to expect. This video is basically just going to be which guns I had the easiest time kind of manufacturing some decent scores. Other than that, I will eventually make a first impressions video and everything like that, just so you guys have an idea of what to expect. Maybe they'll change things for the first release, and obviously we know how they're doing it with Call of Duty now, so we know that every so often they have seasons and changes in that. I could tell right away that the beta was limited. They had a lot of limitations, but I'll get into that in another video. For today, we're just going to talk about the two guns that I had the easiest time kind of manufacturing decent scores with. And the first one I kind of want to talk about is the AK-47. Surprise, surprise. Maybe not a surprise. First thing, before I kind of get into it, this game did the AK justice, because I'm coming from Modern Warfare, and that game kind of makes the AK feel a little bit lackluster. I got the gun to like level 80 or whatever, but it didn't feel as enjoyable as it has in previous Call of Duties, which is like Call of Duty, the original Modern Warfare, maybe Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, even the other Black Ops games, the older Black Ops games. So you have a good experience with the AK-47, and Modern Warfare just felt a little bit reeled back. It feels a little bit reeled back. This game, I think they brought it a little forward. I have some gripes about the things that they could do, but it has nothing to do with the gun's abilities. I'm gonna side by side watch a few of these highlights with you and just kind of share my experiences and why I kept these clips more than anything. Before I get started into that, do note that I'm still optimizing my capturing of the games with the more demanding games. You might notice a difference in quality of video, so I'm back and forth trying to get the most frames and the highest quality kind of mixed and matched together, so hopefully we have a view it doesn't hurt your eyes to see. Let's get into it. Let's see the clips side by side together and see why they're included. So hopefully each clip will have something to offer. Let's just get going. So I'm gonna watch these clips with you. So in this clip, I picked up a secondary SMG, and it's my first real experience with the AK-47. In the first clip, you can see it's a very brief clip. Basically, I have the perk that allows you to know that there's something behind you, or alert you when there's something behind you. I'm not 100% happy with that perk's performance. I'll get into that in another video. But it did help, and you can see the guy basically had to drop on me, but in a one-to-one battle, because I was aware of him. And there's a lot of things that come together when you're shooting someone with the AK. So let's just watch it one more time. So he comes up behind me. He expected me to be somewhere, and I just moved, and I picked up the MP5 because I didn't like that Uzi looking gun. Here I go in the second clip. I noticed some bullet fire coming out of a barrel, so they did good when they make it available. Boom, I was able to see the noise. And what you'll notice with these clips, before we get into the third clip, what you'll notice with these clips, two clips so far, the AK-47 basically has a noticeable rate of fire. It feels quicker and it feels proper, so when you're releasing the big 7.62 bullets out of the AK-47, it's doing the damage that it deserves to do. So let's see this next thing. This guy's coming up right ahead of him. Okay, the recoil is more contained. This gun's living up to its name. There you go. I get stunned there in the end, or flashed, or whatever that's supposed to be. Yeah, so I get stunned there, and even at distance, that's medium range, I guess you can call it. The gun still holds up, and the medium range is where it's going to excel. Yep, that's hip firing with no laser attachment. I don't know why, but it feels like every kill they get on me is like a headshot. It's like, they shoot me in the leg, poof, oh, the head tilts back. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no, dude. No, dude. No, why are you doing this? So the one thing I'm noticing, the AK pulls up, but it doesn't go much left to right with the other games. And the view is very clean. In this game, the view is very clean. The iron sight is very clean. I have a really hard time putting scopes or red dot sights on this gun because it does kick. But if you have the clean iron sight, aim small, miss small, basically. You aim in the right place and you're going to have a really difficult time missing. It drops people really quickly in the rate of fire and the vertical recoil. There are two factors that give you an advantage, basically, when you're using this weapon. Steady aim laser. Man, my gun is from the future. Like a digital watch from the future. It's worth more than all of this. That's a Borat reference. Borat reference there. What happened to me, man? Dude, the AK. The AK. With the AK, you're able to compensate for being crap. Yeah, so that was me. I just had a game and I'm like, I went from not 0 to hero, but from nothing to something, right? And I was able to use the AK-47 to that advantage, and it surprised even me. So I'm noticing that there are some guns in this game that can compensate for lackluster skill, and that's my fault. That's one of my issues, because I'm not a hardcore player, so I can't improve my game as much as I'd like. Some weapons improve your game for you. Took him down. Oh, you'll notice a drop in quality here a little bit. He had the drop on me. Finished him in 4 shots. Second guy, 2 shots. So at closer range, you can see that it does punch even more of a kick. So medium range, 4.5 shots. Close range, maybe 3.5. I had to empty my magazine into that one, just because the guy was moving left and right. He had the drop on me. He shot me once, but the AK, just way too consistent. I'm scared that they're going to nerf the gun because it's performing really well right now. Yeah, long range. Oh, just a little bit outnumbered there. Okay, so this is an interesting scenario. I killed the first guy. I missed half my shots, let's say, and then I ended up killing him, and I ran out of bullets. If I had 10 more bullets, I probably would have gotten the double kill. So this might be one of those scenarios where you can justify having an extended mag on the AK and how beneficial it could be. Okay, so basically this clip, I'm listening to music, I'll drown it out for you guys a little bit, but basically I go on a little bit of a drive, of a run, getting a couple of kills, and I think it's due to this gun, so let's see some of the reasons why. I see some bullets flying my way. That guy had the drop on me, so this is an interesting case. That guy had the drop on me. That guy had the drop on me. So he's a decent player. That guy, Vapor Cloud, he had the drop on me, and he obviously shoots me first. And you can see that I shoot second. Like the Han Solo thing. I shoot second. And I end up getting the kill, and one of the reasons why, more damage, high rate of fire, vertical recoil limitation, and I barely survive. I have like less than an inch of health, and you can clearly see that this gun was able to elevate the one-on-one. Boom, I took him down in like 3-4 shots. I didn't expect, so that's one thing I'm probably going to end up talking about. I didn't expect the guy to be in this room, a second player to be in this room, but he obviously went in through the window. And I hit this guy in the back with the butt of the AK and then shot him once, and then he went down. Okay, so here's another situation where it would have been useful to have more bullets in the gun. But I was still leveling up, and this is just like my first experience with the game. Yep. So here we go. Their whole team jumps in. I got 2 players, maybe 3 players. And I ran out of bullets. If I had 10 more bullets, it probably would have made a difference. Okay, so yeah. So long range, you can see, keep steady, high rate of fire, vertical recoil. If you know how to compensate for that when you're controlling the mouse or the controller, then you'll have an advantage. So the guy jumps in through the window and kills both of us, or at least just me. And the thing with that is, I'm noticing that jumping in windows is a huge advantage. It's like no player, including myself, can really expect that you're standing in the window and just a huge body comes in your way. It's happened to me many times where I've gone in and I've gotten double kills, and it's happened where I've been in the room and I've been killed. So jumping into rooms from the front window where people are aiming out of might be the secret thing that people are going to be doing in Call of Duty. Jumping into windows. Let's go. Next clip. Okay, so this isn't even my clip. This was just part of the highlights, and this guy has red dots, and he's built his AK in like ways I wouldn't even dare. Let's just see the experience he has. So let's assume he's a better player than I am. Let's see the experience he has with his weapon. So he's stunned the player, takes him down. Okay. red dot side. I mean, when in the right hand, the right weapon makes someone who's mediocre decent and someone who's good even better. So just kind of an experience. And here I don't even have the AK as a primary, but what happens is I find a weapon on the ground and I use it, and let's just see what happens. Nope. So the red dot kind of elevates your medium to longer range lethality as presented there. I don't even have a clear sight of the guy, and I wouldn't even have noticed it if it wasn't for the red dot sight, and the guy that was medium to short range or medium to close range wasn't that much of an issue. This is my favorite game mode, by the way. Oh, I get napalmed here. Oof. Oof. Yeah. So I'm back in the sandy place. I throw a C4 just to make sure the place is clear. Get nothing. I'm noticing how easy it is to stay on target because of the high rate of fire. How easy it is to stay on target. So it feels like you're not really on target, aimed down for that long. And you'll see maybe in some of these clips that I end up like sporadically like even hip firing and getting the kill. So because your high rate of fire, the bullets are leaving your weapon in a much faster rate. That's what high rate of fire I guess means. So when you're aiming down, the vertical recoil, even though it might kick and it kicks vertical, you're shooting so fast that if you're even a little bit controlled, this guy's gone. Okay, so this is a little bit medium to long range. So that's what happens when you use your bullets effectively. Let's say it takes 4 to 5 shots to shoot somebody. If you don't miss with the AK, you can basically kill 6 people, no problem. Maybe more. Now, before I even start this next clip, you can clearly see that the guy has the drop on me. Clearly. But I'm moving quick, so I'm kind of sliding into view, and I'm hip firing. So half the damage was done with a hip fire. He was half done before I even aimed down the sight. And that's the nice thing with it. Something as simple as like the steady aim laser, which I was so evidently excited about. It can give you an easier time when you're killing the player. So that's the thing that I like about the clean iron sight for short range. It's easy to maneuver, right? With the red dot, it's kind of like protruding your view. So I don't like getting involved with that, and it looks like really ugly. With the iron sight, move the thing to the right, much faster. Consistent rate of fire, gets the job done. I know somebody's coming here. This guy tries to turn on me. I improved on my footwork, so I was able to kind of shift back and forth. That's why his bullets seem to go left and right and miss, and the AK finishes the job. Again, with the steady aim laser, I found that I had the tendency to start the engagement without aiming down the sight, and then finish the engagement aimed down, right? So I'm starting the engagement at hip and then finishing it aimed down. It has its merits. It has its merits, and this gun can definitely get the job done. And it'll be really a good gun if you're kind of new to shooters. It'll help you kind of get acquainted with the maps, get acquainted with the game modes and what competition is like and what the other teams will be like. So keep an eye out for that. I've noticed that keeping an eye on the radar is always handy, especially just to be aware of your surroundings. There's a little bit some long range. There goes that guy. So here we go. Long range. Long range gets the job done, and I'm basically out of bullets. And I managed to get 2 guys. So there you go. Just sucky player. Gets 2 kills in long to medium range. Medium to long range. Decent player might get more, right? So just use that as a reference. I suck. 2 kills in long range. That you'll know what this gun can do. Okay, so that's a very interesting take, and I had that happen a few times. Basically, this was like a little bit reversed. I started the engagement in aim down the sight because I knew the guy was coming, and he moved too quick to follow with the aim down. I finished the rest of the engagement on hipfire, which is fantastic, and he was medium range. So, very interesting point, and with the steady aim laser, there's a very good chance that you can do that as well. I kept this. This guy was using an AK with a scope. Not my favorite thing to do in the world. And I ended up being featured in his best play. Here I go. There I am. Oh. He's just terminating dudes. He's terminating dudes. He's terminating dudes with a scope and AK. Like you can see clearly, it's getting the job done. Even at long range. So, that's the AK, and I would recommend giving it a try, especially if you're uncomfortable, if you're new to the game. I'd hate to start a whole meta movement, so the less people really using the AK, the better for me, because when the game comes out and I end up using it, I'd like to have the advantage. But it seems to me like already, even with some of the best plays clips, that people are kind of getting a feel of how effective it'll be. I'd really hate for the development team to really nerf the AK. It is effective and it is fun to use as opposed to the previous Call of Duty, which I didn't have as much fun using it. I didn't think it was as clean and the rate of fire wasn't really there. But yeah, so that was the first gun that I think will increase your chances of having a good game. And it's an easy gun to use, especially in this video game. So let's move on to the second weapon. I don't have as many clips because I wanted to try everything, and the beta ended for me in like 4 days. I want to mention the next weapon, and this clip isn't really me using the weapon, it's me discovering the weapon. So and that's why I won't say much. So let's just see what happens. I had a fantastic time with the M1911. I really hope they don't nerf it. I have many clips with just the 1911. I couldn't understand why. The pistol is effective, but I'll make a video on that. Right, so surprise, surprise. What are you doing? I was surprised that the guy came rushed at me like that, and I had a pistol and I ended up finding this next gun, which is the Spaz shotgun. This gun, holy crap. This gun is I'm just gonna go on the supposition that I suck at this game, right? So I'm a mediocre to low-end player. On the off chance I get the top of the scoreboard, it doesn't even matter. This cannon blew me away as a player that's not hardcore when it comes to Call of Duty. I love the online shooters as much as the next guy, but this gun blew me away. You're able to just blast people with this, no questions asked. I didn't understand why. I grabbed the gun that I wasn't even planning on using it off of that guy, and I switched it with my pistol, and I ended up having a good time with it. And I want you guys to see why. I scope a little bit of I see what's going on. It looks like my teammate's defending it, and I noticed that on the right side where the canals are on this map, there's some of my teammates getting shot. So I investigate and I end up letting a loose shot off at medium to long range, and it tags the guy for like a quarter or a third damage. And I was like, whoa, what are you talking about? Hold on a sec. So let's see how that engagement goes. There you go. There you go. Oh, I get a double with the Spaz. Let's watch that again. Might be a little hard to see because of the quality, but I get a double with the Spaz. My teammate just died. And I'm thinking to myself, what do I have in my hands? Because no other gun can really produce those kinds of results for you. So the guy gets the drop on both of us, but he comes into contact with the Spaz shotgun. We should watch that again. The guy... I was about to turn and leave this section because I noticed that my teammate has it. So the guy gets the drop on both of us, and I hear him running. So the guy has the drop on me. I have my back turned to him. I'm looking this way. The guy's coming from behind me. My teammate sees him. He has some M16 that he barely can turn around and aim to the left. But I spin, and just in time, and 2 shots, and he goes down. 1 shot, and he goes down. Looks like teammate tags him a little bit, but thank God for the both of us. But look at my health. I have no health. My teammate's got still a third of his health. So Spaz shotgun, close range and medium range. Oh, baby. So this is me, another chance. I didn't have the shotgun unlocked, so I just pick it up off a dead body again. I hear the footsteps. The guy jumps midair. 3 shots. Medium range, double, 2 shots, goes down. 2 shots, close range, because 1 hits the shoulder. So I finally have the shotgun by myself. And I'm able to outshoot two guys, basically. One short range, one medium range, and I didn't die. So that's the thing about the second weapon that I'm talking about. You're able to use it and kind of back away without dying, and that's the most important thing. You're still alive, so you can keep on doing things, whereas they're dead, they have to respawn. And that's what the shotgun does. I think my teammate finishes him off, but I do like 90% damage. So here's another clip. I picked up this scoped M4 or XM4. So that's another thing that I learned a lot about the elevating weapons. This scoped M4 was a blast to play with, but I'll talk about that in another vid. So here, there's two guys behind the rocks in this clip, and I managed to get one of them with the Milano, but I ran out of bullets, and my secondary is the shotgun. So let's see what happens. My aim is not the best. The guy should have had the drop on me. I'm at a third health, and the shotgun saves my life. So, what I mentioned before, you're still alive. So here, this next clip is me basically having the sickness called nubitis. I'll put the description in the video for what that is. But basically, I have nubitis, and nubitis makes me do stupid things. So I have nubitis, and I'm trying to switch weapons back and forth because I don't know what the best weapon is to use to combat this guy who just shot my teammate. And so I'm switching back between the shotgun and the SMG, and I ended up landing on the shotgun. And let's just watch what happens. Two shots, I'm at a third health. I'm alive, he's not. So basically, those are the two weapons that ended up elevating my game from mediocre / decent to better than mediocre and decent to above that. So what that means is give these weapons a try if you want to see how good you are. Give these weapons a try if you want to see where your game can go. And give these weapons a try because they're so damn fun. Give these weapons a try to learn the game. And you'll see that their punching power and their kicking abilities are gonna make your game more fun, make your game better. And I hope you learned something from this video. I know when the game comes out, I know I'm gonna be definitely using these weapons as much as I can just to kind of elevate my game and make my score better than what it deserves. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed yourself in this learned tutorial of clips, and this amount of information might be a little hard to absorb. So I hope you're excited about the new Call of Duty game just like I am. I'm definitely gonna be playing it through. Can't wait to play the campaign. I heard the story's gonna be nice. I will have a thoughts video or impressions video for the beta just to kind of give you guys an idea of other things, but I just wanted to get the most fun thing out first. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had a good time. As always, take care of yourselves. Cheers.